Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Wild Man Creations. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Jay, and tonight we're going to do some chicken scampi with some garlic Parmesan rice. Now, the recipe calls for a pound of chicken breasts. You guys know me. I'm a little frugal. There's nothing wrong with chicken breasts. You can use them if you want. Basically, if you use those, you're going to the recipe calls for you to cut them into thin strips. I'm going to use some chicken thighs because, number one, they're a lot less expensive. Personally, I think they have more flavor than chicken breasts. And again, there's nothing wrong with chicken breasts if that's what you like. What I'm going to have to do, though, is pull the skin off and debone these. And I'll do that kind of last. I'm going to get all my stuff gathered up here. For the chicken, like I said, 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast. Like I said, I'm going to use thighs. And then you're going to salt and pepper them to taste. 2 tablespoons of olive oil goes in the pan to brown them. You're going to have 4 cloves of minced garlic, a half a cup of chicken broth, the juice of a lemon, and a 1/4 cup of white wine. It is optional if you choose. I'm going to go ahead and put some in. And then there's going to be 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And then we're going to chop up some parsley that we'll put on the chicken right before we serve it. For the rice, it's going to be 1 cup of long grain rice. I'm going to use basmati jasmine rice. A cup of that. 2 cups of chicken broth. 2 cloves of minced garlic. And then after that's all cooked and the liquid is absorbed, then we'll put in a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Now, I choose to use an Asiago Romano Parmesan blend. And you can certainly use whatever cheese you like. I just like this because of the different flavors that it has. Again, there's nothing wrong with plain old Parmesan. It's just what I prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff kind of prepped up. I'm going to do my garlic first and then my parsley, get it kind of out of the way because I don't want to have to get the chicken down and then clean it up and then get back and forth. So I'm going to do my garlic, parsley, my chicken, get all that prepped, and then we'll go over to the stove and we'll start putting all this stuff together. So if you would, hang around, and I'll be back here in just a few minutes, and we'll have most of all this stuff done. I'm going to go ahead and get all the thighs cleaned up except for one, and I'll just show you how I do that. It's not hard. But anyway, if you guys would stick around, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm down to the last one. Pretty much all I do is I just pull the skin off. Try to cut off any excess fat. And a little bit of fat's on there is okay. It's going to cook off, or I guess render down. But you don't want great big old globs of it. It's just nasty. As far as the bone, you just got to get in there and you can feel the 2 ends. And then what I do is I just kind of go follow along the bone. And if you don't feel like fooling with this, you can get boneless, skinless. They're going to cost you more. It's going to save you some time, but again, I'm frugal, and this doesn't bother me. I don't mind doing it. It doesn't really take all that much longer. Just what you want to do is, when they cut them up at the plant, sometimes you'll end up with several pieces of bone. You don't want to leave any bone in there. So you just gotta, you can feel it. Okay. You saw me pull the skin off. I was doing it without audio again. Got in a big hurry. But what I was saying is I just go along the bone. There's some more fat. I don't want that fat. But sometimes there's pieces of the of another joint, and you just want to feel it and make sure you don't have any bone in there. So then what I do, I try to get them out. Salt them. Pepper them. Let me get this cleaned up. We'll move on over to the stove and then we'll assemble them over there. This shouldn't take very long. It's going to take longer probably for the rice to cook. So we'll get the rice going and then we'll work on the chicken. So if you would hang around, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Cup of rice. 2 cups of broth. Two cloves of garlic, precisely measured, by the way. We'll throw that on the back. Give it a little stir, 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 stir. We will give it a little bit of salt. I don't know, that couldn't be more than a quarter of a teaspoon. Put a little pepper in there. Again, not much. We'll bring that to a boil, then we'll cover it and let it simmer. As far as the chicken, come on, baby. There we go. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I forgot the butter. Got the butter. And the chicken, we're just going to do it maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes per side. We just want to make sure that it's cooked through. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown this and I will bring y'all back because like I said, it's going to be about 10 minutes before these are done, maybe a little bit longer. So if you would stick around, hopefully by then the rice will be boiling and simmering the chicken will be done, and then we'll do our sauce. So we'll be right back. Hang on. All right, we're back. These are browned up. I believe they're done. Get all the little bits out of there. Can. Fire a little hot. Turn that down just a tad. I'm going to put our garlic in. Again, 4 cloves, very carefully measured. Don't burn it. You want to stir, stir, stir. So you can get some of those chicken bits off the bottom. Put in a half cup of chicken broth. Juice of a lemon. Fresh lemon. Turn the fire back up just a tad. We're going to put in a 1/4 cup of white wine. We're going to cook that for just a little bit, let it reduce down. It's looking good though. Again, with those chicken thighs, you can either leave them whole, or if you want to go through and make strips out of them, you can. I'm going to leave them whole. Rice is coming along nicely. I got 10 more minutes on that. This is boiling, so the alcohol is cooked off. Oh goodness, I don't know what that was. Okay, looks like I lost the battery. Let me go switch batteries. I will be right back. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. Never done that before. But it did give that time, a little time to reduce a little bit. So we get that butter melted. Two tablespoons of butter. And then we're going to put our chicken back in. Get it all nice and coated. Make sure everything's good and coated. Rice is coming along. Yeah, really. I believe that rice is done. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Very carefully add a 1/4 cup. Carefully measured. Oh man, it smells so good. Let that cheese melt. My goodness. And there you have it. Chicken scampi with garlic Parmesan rice. Turn that down just a tad. Oh yeah, baby. Make sure you get it all over your stove. It wouldn't be right if you didn't. A little garnish on there. Piece of chicken. And I am going to get just a little bit of that sauce. And we're going to taste it. Mmm. Mmm. If you like garlicky, cheesy stuff, this is the ticket. Anyway, you guys would hit that like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it. I thank you for spending your time with me. Super easy. Didn't take very long. Takes longer probably to clean up the chicken thighs and to get the garlic minced. That's probably where I spent most of my time. Other than that, it comes together really quick. It's really good, really cheap. You know, like I said, if you wanted to use chicken breasts, you can. They're a little more expensive. Usually when I'm buying chicken, I get the packages of chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, because they're a lot less expensive, and there's like, I think, 10 to a package. And I'll come home and I'll split them up, you know, with 5 and 5, or sometimes I'll do 4 and 6, just depending on what I'm cooking. So anyway, you guys would join me again next week. We'll have something good. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll surprise you. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you.